Oh. Uh, how about now? Maybe.
Who's to say? You can't know. Oh, yes,
Is the audio there?
yes.
Are we
Audio's there.
audioing?
We're audioing.
Hey, look at us. Look at us, audio. Yo, 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 audio, yo.
Okay, there we go. We are actually doing
And we're
it.
using
Hello,
the privilege
everybody.
so well.
We're really making good use of our space on the internet. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Amazing.
Hello, Lumix. How's it going?
So fun. This is our first real start of a stream on this channel. Last time we did like a fancy switch over from Amanda's channel over here. It
Yes.
felt like a whole crazy affair, but this is a real beginning.
This is the legit, this is like just us here.
Just us. It's exactly the
Here.
same stream we do and have done for years, but it's on a new
Different.
channel.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Crazy.
Welcome all to Lies You'll Enjoy, a place where every Monday ish we come together to do one of our favorite things in the world, tell lies, pretend to be people that we're not, live in places that don't exist, and tell stories that have never happened. Uh, and we really hope that you will enjoy all those lies that we have to tell today. You have caught us on episode 2 of a campaign, a rarity, a special treat for us streamers and storytellers of a absolutely beautiful game designed by J Dragon. Also, other people. Kurt, should I say that designed by?
Oh, I feel like if you say published by Possum Creek Games, you're going to cover your bases more
Okay,
than anything else.
great.
It's
Well,
just one of those things. There's like 100,000 people who worked on the game. It's like a long, long old list. So,
You could
yeah,
get the book and it's probably all in there. They're probably listed a lot of the
that's true.
people that were involved. Um,
but we're playing
uh,
a delightful game published by Possum Creek Games called Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, in which we kind of out of order, revisiting the bed and breakfast every time we show up, tell the story of its inhabitants and its guests. A bed and breakfast opened by a witch. What else do we know about the bed and breakfast, Kurt?
It's always September 15th.
It's always September
The
15th.
witch lost her heart long ago, but maybe she still has it in certain intangible senses. Uh, yeah. Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast is a chapter style game. We get little glimpses, little vignettes of these characters' lives, and we didn't make the characters. We don't even know all the characters. We haven't even unlocked all the characters. It's not allowed.
And we won't play the same characters every week. We'll just keep swapping them out, taking on new roles, maybe playing multiple characters at the same time.
that's what we did that last time. We were like, you know what? We're gonna make this. This is our first time playing. We're gonna make it easy. And so we said, let's do a play where we play characters, playing characters, and also let's not each just play one character. Let's each play multiple characters, playing other characters, and some of those characters are also playing double characters. And I think about that and I'm like, I love what our easy is like the hardest mode
Yeah, we really
whenever we
chose
RPG.
quite a challenge. There was a moment in the middle of that stream where I was like, "Oh shoot, we have to come up with a story within a story. Both have to have acceptable endings."
Both have
Oh
to
man,
make some level of sense.
right,
I
and they
mean,
have to exist within each other. It was quite the challenge.
yeah, but I
Did
think it
it
went
work?
pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
However, it could not have. It could have. We did, we took a gamble on that one. We did.
Hmm.
Um, but today we're going to be telling a story that is different from our story last time, and that's because they're all disconnected. Same people, different stories. So, what's going to happen this week? The first thing we must do to determine that is pick a chapter. But before we do that, Anthony, who the heck are you?
Oh, great question. My name's Anthony. I am well, many things, but among them, a lover of RPGs and a children's book author. I love telling stories of all sort. Also, I'm an economist, I guess. That's another way of telling stories. More so than I'd like. Yeah, and I've been playing role-playing games for honestly most of my life. Kind of weird to say. I think at this point probably like over 80%. So I'm here to do it some more. There's, I think in my heart, I like to write stories, but you know what's even better than writing stories? Just making them with your friends and them disappearing into the ether. And that's what we're gonna do today. Amanda, who the heck are you?
Hello, I'm Amanda or Vamp. I am a streamer, a YouTuber, an actor. I feel like not a lot of people know that I'm an actor, so maybe I should say that more. I'm an actor, I'm a cosplayer and a model as well. And yeah, I play games with these lovely folks every Monday, but you can also find me on my own channel, VampX13, which is a username I picked when I was 12, and now I live with it for the rest of my life. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch and all the socials. And I primarily talk about nerdy stuff over there. Basically all nerdy stuff, but there's definitely more of a focus, maybe a little bit on the big two of comics, Marvel and DC. And that's pretty much me.
Nice.
Kurt, who the heck are you?
My name is Kurt, as you might have defined by the fact that I've been called Kurt multiple times so far, and the label underneath me, right down here. I am a tabletop role-playing game aficionado. I make them. I play them. I like to talk about and think about and just repraise upon them as a medium. I think it's a beautiful thing. And today I am very excited because we're going to keep playing this game that just blew my mind last time, and I think we'll maybe continue to do so. Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. And without further ado, it's time to decide what our next chapter is going to be.
That's right. Last time we played a chapter called. What was it called? Who wrote a play? Sal has written a play. Sal has written a play. One of the early chapters we could choose from. And in it, as we've already hinted, Sal, who I had the honor of playing, had written a play, and on a rainy day, the rest of the inhabitants of the bed and breakfast decided to put it on. And it went a little terribly for a while. It devolved into absolute chaos within, I think, like 2 minutes of it opening. We were already off script, and the third act had sort of like rolled around within like 4 minutes. But after some emotional upset, some crises, as Sal felt like he'd been betrayed, they'd been betrayed. They came back around and wrote an ending which took them out of the starring role. And everybody in the bed and breakfast had a moment to sort of shine. The rabbits who live in the garden, Gertrude, who was a little shy at the beginning. Everybody had a moment in the spotlight. Yeah. So does the next chapter have to follow on that chapter, Kurt, or is it just like?
No, it doesn't. I think like nominally there might be an element of chronological sort of situations, but not in a way that matters. The growth will be organic. It's going to happen as part of play. So, yeah. No,
Cool.
not really. But let's say, sure. Also, yes.
Sure. Awesome.
Sure. Also, yes.
Sure. Also, yes.
Do you guys want to hear some titles of early chapters we could choose from?
Of course.
Yeah. I want to hear some titles.
Okay. One that's jumped out at me: Firefly Catching.
That sounds nice.
That sounds nice. We have Ice Skating. The Pancake War. A mysterious one called Hey Kid Goes a Guising, which Hey Kid I know is one of the characters, one of the inhabitants of the bed and breakfast. Goes a guising is a phrase I've never read before, so that's fun. I also like Another Rainy Day and Wash Cycle. Those feel like very ordinary sorts of things.
Yeah. I don't know why, but wash cycle is
Wash
calling
cycle
out to me.
sounds really good to me.
Okay, weirdos.
It could be
love
because I'm
it.
doing laundry right now. Oh,
Multitasking.
sorry, that was my lightsaber turned off. Ooh, scared me.
Careful with those things.
I know.
It's better to have them off.
It's true. You don't just want to leave them on. Probably just burning a hole through my floor as we speak right now. But yes. Okay, so we all like wash cycle then?
I think we should go check out Wash Cycle.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's just go for it,
Let's do
right?
it.
Let's just go for it.
Well, cool.
Um, so
Hi, Rapala.
we,
Hi, Roll Felicity. Thanks for coming.
Pancakes.
hi, nice to see
Wait,
you.
are
I
you
mean, you
guys
see
eating
us.
pancakes or are you guys talking about pancakes? I
I
want
think I might have
pancakes.
said Pancake War.
Oh, is that one of the chapters?
It is.
Oh, it is the Pancake War. Now I want pancakes. They're so good.
Oh,
Well,
we think Goza guising is about trick or treating. Is that the guesses in the chat?
That was my guess. Yeah,
okay.
like disguising.
Okay, this is fun. Wash Cycle is it says with like in terms of the characters, it's with Gertrude, Sal, and anyone who can be roped into helping. So that's fun. Gertrude and Sal were kind of starring characters last time, so that gives us like a place to hold on to, somewhere to start.
I like this.
The description says laundry day, wash cycle, in which the laundry room has become a disaster, and Sal must lead the charge to fix it, with Gertrude's reluctant help. Oh,
Well, that's fun. We're gonna get a little
Oh.
bit more Sal if we do this one.
interesting.
Little
Some more Sal
development.
and some Gertrude. Some more Gertrude.
Some more
Ooh,
Gertrude.
It kind of carries forward too, because like Sal and Gertrude had like had kind of a rough time, but then they kind of came around in the end, I think, on each other.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it'd
exactly.
be cool to continue that story and see where that takes us.
Totally.
Great.
What page is this? 78?
Yeah.
79, I guess, but it's also available in your spreadsheet tab 4. No. Yeah. Hold on. I found the chapter index, but I need to go to the chapter as well.
I
we've got
found
a
it. Wash cycle,
For
and
those
then
not familiar, we have elaborate spreadsheets that somebody incredible has made.
Not me. It wasn't me.
Not Kurt.
Which, frankly,
Is a surprise for us all.
fun to not have it be me. Not that I mind doing it. I think it's a pleasure, and I think it's neat. I like spreadsheets.
Ooh, Roll for Felicity says, I've never played Wash Cycle, so I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited
Amazing.
too.
In case anyone's listening along at home, that does imply that our friend Taylor has played some of them, which is fun. What have you played so far? Let us know.
Lumix also says, I need to do laundry anyway. Wash Cycle sounds good. I'm doing laundry like as we speak. It's in
I'm
the
so
dryer
blessed.
currently. I know. Getting it all done. Still need to do my
Okay.
dishes though. Oof.
Please don't do those now. We need you.
No.
We do. There is a series of paragraphs.
Yeah. Do you want to
Shall we go round the circle?
Let's do it.
Uh,
Does that mean I start?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Wash cycle. Emily's arm has fallen off. Emily's arms had fallen off in the plural. Oh,
One of.
no. Oh no, I mismanaged my screen. Sorry guys. Okay, I'm back. Emily's arms had fallen off. This was less of a problem for Emily than it would have been for most of the B&B's residents, but the local repair shop was waiting on a part from out of town to arrive, and it had been an entire week since they'd twisted their joints apart mopping. Footprints mottled the floor, turning it the rich brown color of early spring mud.
Are you reading a different version of this?
Maybe. Hold on.
There's a-
Gertrude was curled up with a book underneath the fax machine,
Yeah.
trying not to eavesdrop too obviously on Sal's phone call. She didn't want to be in the lobby, but the smell of sweaty clothes and damp linens had filled the B&B, and the calming scent of printer ink clinging to the clunky device was the only thing that could crowd out the more pungent odors.
Sal put down the phone with a heavy thud, and Gertrude looked over at him. What's wrong?
Yazeba says, with Emily out of commission, I've got to get all the laundry done. Today.
Gertrude looked appalled. But Sal, there's a mountain of clothes and sheets and stuff in there. What about your concert?
I tried to bring that up, but she, well, Sal glanced down at the phone's speaker, still glowing orange from heat, and scratched the back of his head. I don't think she liked the sound of that.
Gertrude stood and straightened out her back. It hurt a fair sight more than a teenager's probably ought to. Nobody knew the laundry room better than her. She'd never been on laundry duty per se, but she'd tried to sleep through more than a few wash cycles.
Well, okay. Maybe you can still make your concert if someone else pitches in?
Sal's eyes glinted with mischief. He recognized a chance for an aimless youth to do some character-building labor, and if it meant he'd be less up to his armpits in soiled linens, all the better.
That's so sweet of you, kid. Let's get to work.
Before Gertrude could stammer out a clarification, Sal had a guiding hand on her back that turned into a gentle but insistent shove through the door. She looked out across the horror of the vast sea of dirty bedsheets and stinky socks and realized that she had accidentally signed up for a very long afternoon. I just wanted to point out that only one of Emily's arms is gone. I don't know if it matters.
I think it's just a mistype on the sheet.
Yeah.
It was all typed out by hand, so.
Because you guys are looking at the sheet
There's a
and
slightly
I'm looking
different
at the book. Got
Mhm.
you. Got you.
version. Amanda's like, I have got to clear the record.
How many arms have fallen off?
Emily still has one arm, and I will not stand for this fake news.
I just wasn't sure because when you were reading it, I was like, it's so similar but slightly different. And then I was like, am I looking at the wrong spot? And that's when you guys were like, no, I don't think you are. And I was like, oh, I'm looking in the book. That's why. I see. How do you see the descriptions of the chapters in the sheet?
There is a whole page on it called Chapter 3 Wash Cycle. Would you like me to link you directly, Amanda, in one of our many chats?
Well, because I have the chapter index open.
Yeah, okay, so you got to take a step back, and there's a folder that just has a myriad of chapters within. You must go to chapter 3.
Materials, character play sheets. This is where they are, in the character play sheets. I got you. I opened it.
Cool. Cool.
Well, actually, I downloaded it, but now I've
chapter
opened
play
it.
sheets should be chapter play sheets.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Oh, wait. Oh, yes, chapter play sheets. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I read it as character play. I think because I'm so used to reading character play sheets, my brain just like reworded that entire title. That's wild. That's wild. What are brains? They're weird.
As far as the arm guesses, I think more arms the better, really. That seems to be how. I mean, I know some of our viewers are from the States and that's how they feel down there, so that'll be our policy for Emily as well. Anyway, yeah. So I hope you guys like file management discussions because now you know what the tree looks like. So
Shots fired. Very funny. This is an exciting chapter. This has got different rules than the last one we played.
It does. This is a frantic mood chapter, which is going to use what are called chaos coins. Just like our last chapter, there are boxes that we will be ticking off as we go through. Unlike our last chapter, it's going to work a little bit differently.
Okay.
How should I start with this?
I'm now seeing in the chapter how it just says Emily's arms had fallen off.
Amanda's
really
obsessed
does
with the
just
number of arms.
Can't get over this armless nonsense.
How
Who
many
loses
arms
both
are we
their
talking?
arms?
Oh my goodness.
So, anytime we want to tick a track,
Mm-hmm.
we have to consult our chaos coins. If a character, individual characters have chaos coins,
Okay.
and if a
Not
character,
players.
not players, it's
Okay.
characters. Although we'll each have characters, so depending on how many we're playing, whatever. But
Okay.
so if a character doesn't have any chaos coins, they succeed right away. Wow. And they take
Nice.
a chaos coin. If they do have any number of chaos coins, we'll flip all those coins, and if all the coins come up heads, they succeed. Otherwise, they don't. They don't tick the track, and there's a whoopsie. They have to do a whoopsie about it.
Whoopsie.
And then they get another chaos coin. You can also cash in 5 chaos coins to tick the next mark on the track. And when any of us does a bingo, we may give away all of our chaos coins to someone else, making the whole mess their problem.
What?
Huh. So
Which,
chaos coins they're kind of a detriment. They are chaotic after all, right? But
yeah,
you can cash in 5 to immediately fill in the next part of the track and clear your chaos coin situation.
which is so fun.
So fun.
You can also just throw them onto some other character by doing something you like to do, and then they've got your chaos coins. Haha.
How do you?
Which I
how do you
imagine
give them away?
thematically.
If
If you do a bingo,
Okay.
you can just say, "Here's all my coins, loser," and then they get them. Which
So
thematically, I
we need
assume.
the coin. Well, I guess we don't need the coins to complete things, but they're helpful to complete things, but they also are going to make us fail at completing things when we can't cash them in.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Probably. Possibly. Highly likely. Probably.
How are we gonna flip coins, guys?
So we got a couple
Uh,
options. We could roll a d6. We could literally flip coins. That's not hard to do.
Yeah, we could literally flip coins.
I'm
Flipping
probably
coins
going to
is
flip a
fun.
coin online because I'm notoriously bad at flipping coins. They'll end up all over the room and then I'll be broke.
How many
Uh,
coins do we need?
hard to say.
You could need a lot, but you can also flip coins one at a time for the
Yeah, you could
Drop
use
them it all.
one,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. I could just get one. Okay, let me grab a coin to flip. Hold on. I think I got a coin. Hold on. I think I got a coin in a little bag.
I need a dollar, dollar. Dollar is what I need. This works in Canada, folks, because our dollars are coins.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Weird Americans. Guys,
Yeah, they'd be flipping a piece of paper like a bunch of losers.
I'm gonna take you on a little tour, guys, of the rule book for a second because there's some fun tracks that have like real rule relevance. So we're gonna go see them. Come back behind my curtains. Okay, here is the rule book for Yazeba's bed and breakfast, and this is the section that we're in, and this is the instructions about how to do laundry. You see these little. Oh, interesting. You guys can't see my mouse. Fascinating. I have no idea how this works. But you
So
can.
this is
Oh, hello.
sorry, I was just gonna say this is a good luck coin.
Oh, sorry, I have to go
So
back.
both sides say good luck. But do you guys want horseshoe or clover to be heads? Just saying.
Love that.
I guess a horseshoe, because you put that over like a door, so that makes me think of a head more, even though it's for a hoof.
Feet and heads are similar in many ways, as they're both on the body on either
So
end.
Really?
true.
More similar, I think,
If
than
you
a
do a
clover. I
cartwheel,
don't know.
nobody
Clovers
knows.
don't make me think of heads. So I guess the horseshoe will be the head and the clover will be the tails. Anyways, sorry to interrupt.
I'm glad we sorted that out. I'm told there are specialty coins in the States. No, definitely not as common as our dollar coins, Felicity. It's only coins up here. There are no dollar bills. At least there haven't been in a very, very long time.
Very long time. I have an old dollar bill from when we used to do them in Canada.
May I tell a tangent story?
Tangent.
Yes.
Tangent
Tangent.
alert.
Tangent
We,
alert. That's
uh,
another emote we should get. Tangents.
We can't get emotes yet. We're gonna have to wait
We're
for.
just gonna make a stockpile of them so we have ideas.
I have a friend of a friend who works in the mint, which is where you make coins. That's a thing we have in Ottawa because it's the capital of Canada. It's our Washington, D.C., if you will. And they went on a whole rant about how some of these specialty coins aren't coins at all. They're trinkets. They shouldn't be called coins. These are trinkets. These are little gizmos, little tchotchkes,
Whoa.
not coins at all. And I loved that because it told me so much about them as a person and about coins that I'd never thought to consider. Where's the line between a coin and a trinket? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
It
don't know.
depends
I don't
how
know.
useful it is, I suppose. / how much joy it brings. The more joy it brings, the less useful it is, the more trinkety it becomes.
I don't know. It's also like, can you use it as currency?
Useful.
Yes, technically.
But I
Yes.
mean, if you can, I think that makes it less of a trinket.
I guess for me, the word trinket is evocative, though. It's evocative of something. Uh, it can't just be like I would not call a coin a trinket, even if it served no currency function. Your good luck
Got you.
coin is not to me a trinket. Perhaps to others
Really?
it would be.
But
Why is
it's
it not
kind
a
of
trinket?
trinket-like.
I was given to me.
What's a trinket? I gotta
Hey,
look it up.
guys.
Guys, what's a trinket? I'm being backed into a corner here. A small ornament such as a piece of jewelry, a trivial thing, a trifle.
Oh, that is of little
Yeah.
value, it says. Interesting.
Yeah, it is of little value. It's more like I think of
Interesting.
a trinket as a small bit or bob that you place an amount of value on, but really, if you were to just like, if someone were to rob you, they wouldn't want that thing. They wouldn't really care about whatever it is, which means it could be a coin because coins typically don't have a ton of value unless they're collectible coins. But I feel that the less value it has, the more trinkety it becomes.
Love that. So a penny, a trinket. A toonie, a coin.
Less likely to be a
Pennies
trinket.
are
Yeah,
kind of
probably.
trinkets. They're literally not useful currency anymore.
Yeah, pennies definitely could be trinket.
Oh, more context for our non-Canadian friends. We don't have pennies anymore. We got rid of them years ago. Years ago.
Yes. So whenever we go to the States and then people have pennies and then you have to bring them home with you, it's like, don't give me these. I don't want these. I can't even use these. These are worth nothing.
What are these
Nothing to
orange
me.
pieces of garbage? What are these
Yeah.
trinkets?
Because pennies are more cost more to make than they're worth.
Oh, well, if that was the cutoff, we got some more getting rid of coins to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah?
probably.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Coins are expensive.
Interesting.
Coins are
Look into it,
expensive to
folks.
mint.
Look into it.
Look into it. Do your own research.
Cool. I think
And
that's
that
the
was
end
a
of our
tangent.
tangent. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on that. That's a staple of our lives.
All
It's
right.
almost like at least two of us have ADHD. All right. So when we fill the washing machine track, we start filling the dryer track. When we fill the dryer track, we start filling the hamper track.
Woo, the hamper track. Woo.
Check it
Oh,
out.
interesting. I've mischaracterized it slightly, haven't I?
Oh,
You fill the washing machine track, and
Okay.
that lets you tick one of the dryer tracks.
oh. Okay, so once the washing
Oh,
machine is
true.
filled, then we can take a dryer. And then once the dryer's filled, then we can take a hamper.
Yes. So
Gotcha.
there's a lot of
Like a
washing machine
tier.
to be done. And
We're
once the
gonna be-
hamper's filled up all the way,
Gonna be
laundry's
washing
done.
for a minute.
We'll be washing for a minute.
Whoa, that's a lot of steps we have to go through.
Yeah, so do some chaos coins. A lot.
Okay.
Do a lot of chaos going.
Do a lot of
Get
chaos
chaotic.
coins. It's crazy out here.
And take
This also
us-
feels very trendy of us to be using chaos coins because do you know what's coming out soon? Like as in tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, some really cool Marvel property which has the word chaos in its title.
Is that what
No,
it is?
a Mortal Kombat expansion for
That's the
Mortal
other
Kombat
one.
1
Damn
that's
it.
called Chaos Reigns, but it's spelled with KH because it's Mortal Kombat, so
Ah,
must be K.
okay, cool.
And guys,
I
take
feel
this
weirdly
seriously.
proud of myself.
If we fill the hamper track all the way, the bed
Yes.
and breakfast gets an unmatched sock. So think about that.
Oh, we get an unmatched sock? We could probably
That's
do
the
something
best
cool
thing
with
you could
that.
ask for.
Wow.
Well, we can unlock any number of things, and if we're quick enough, we'll do it on stream. There are a couple last little tricks we should know about. This chapter's got some bonus stuff. There are some additional whoopsies because it is a hostile wilderness of textiles in here. We can do whoopsies like stumble in the ankle-deep swamp of sheets, falling into it with anything you were carrying. Pause. Every character has a list of things that are good for them, basically, called bingos, and a list of things that they can do that are not so good for them that are called whoopsies. In this particular chapter, we've got the additional whoopsies of falling into sheets, disturbing a precariously tall mountain of clothes and being buried under an avalanche, spilling
no.
detergent all over the floor, creating a spreading puddle of blue goo,
Ew.
becoming entangled in a knot of sleeves and pant legs, and notice the clanging and banging of something heavy that shouldn't be in the washer, just before it begins to jump and bounce around the laundry room. So we got some new whoopsies.
Amazing.
Sounds horrifying.
Um, we also have very busy guy as a consideration. Sal doesn't want to do this and is making everything everybody else's problem as much as possible. Whenever Sal says something he thinks is encouraging or inspiring to another character, he can pass off one of his chaos coins to them.
Incredible.
What a guy. Can somebody detail Yucky for us for Gertrude? We've got
Yeah.
one more track just called Yucky.
We have a yucky track over
A
here.
yucky track.
It says,
yeah.
Gertrude is brave, smart, hardy, and adventurous. She is also easily overwhelmed. Whenever an intense wave of smell penetrates her mask, an unidentified stain offends her eyes, or a slimy texture passes through her hands, tick her grossed out track, which has, I believe, 4 sections on it. When the track fills up, Gertrude is too overwhelmed to function. She won't go take a break. Sal is depending on her, but she won't be able to do a good job until she recovers. She can't cash in or give away her chaos coins until someone helps her out with a bingo and erases the track.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So
with an
we have
infinite
some
number of
laundry
chaos.
drama. Dirty laundry, if you will. Will you? You will. You will. I know you will. That's our premise for today. Very, very quickly. Let's
Fascinating.
give a little sketch of our characters. We've got Sal. Sal is a musician of sorts, writing songs, having big creative ideas, and dreaming of a life where Sal is a rock star. Currently the night porter at the bed and breakfast. Used to be a witch's apprentice. All kinds of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Gertrude. Anthony, can you give us a quick sketch of Gertrude?
Nope.
Oh,
Gertrude.
Gertrude is a masked teenage runaway who uses she, her pronouns. Gertrude's a moody teenager, anxious all the time, doesn't have a lot of friends. Critically for this chapter, lives on top of the dryer in the laundry room and wears a mask to hide her face because she's insecure about her gender and appearance. Finally, those aren't our only characters. We're also going to have at least one more resident, and I think we can throw in a guest each too, because that sounds fun.
Yes, it does. Also, a Hui, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but hello. Gertrude is definitely such a mood. I completely agree. I played her last time that we played, and oh, man, it's fun getting to play a teenager. You know?
Okay. Who else do we want to bring in?
So we
Who
just
do we
can't
want?
have
Emily,
Amelie.
because one or more
So,
of Emily's arms fell off. Hard to say how many exactly.
No
uh,
one knows.
I mean, I'd kind of like to have Hey Kid because we haven't had like any appearance of them really.
Yeah. They don't sound like
But
they'll be very helpful, but we can try.
I was gonna say the other option is I feel like it could be cool to have Yazeba there just like watching over us the entire time, like watching everything we do.
Interesting.
Oh, both really good. Both really
Interesting.
good.
Hey Kid is a devil child with a lot of energy and not a lot of sense who uses they them pronouns. They're pretty chaotic looking. They're mischievous and they're definitely just like big kid energy. Whereas Yazeba is a witch who uses she, her pronouns. She owns the bed and breakfast, and she tends to be very judgmental and very like kind of intimidating and scary.
I am going to bring a guest for sure. I'm going to bring Niviana Viv of Ilin, who is literally the Lady of the Lake herself, who uses she, her, and they, them pronouns. And her little blurb is, yes, I'm that Lady of the Lake, the King Arthur one. It's not that big of a deal, actually, and I'd rather not talk about it. I still have Excalibur, actually. So that's
Oh my
great.
gosh.
That's great. Oh, that's great.
And like some of her things are like she can like always like quietly offer, you know, a sword, a wand, some help, or dredge up something forgotten. And kind of, I just feel like it's right in the laundry room. I feel like that's the kind of presence that you might have.
Uh oh. Oh, I kind of like this one as well. I like Lady Sheridan Sherry Dusang.
I was looking at that.
Yeah. A fangless, bitter vampire aristocrat who uses she, her pronouns. Good if we're playing a chapter that's inside or if it's dark outside. If good if everybody needs a reminder about the good old days. Or if we need someone to bounce off of, which I feel like she could be good for. I once bathed in the blood of sinners in my Gothic cathedral, dedicated to my glory and power. But then my fangs broke, and now, ugh. She seems pretty fun.
She seems great.
If you're grabbing Lady Sheridan, I think I gotta, no disrespect to bunnies, but I'm gonna grab Yola Oleander, who's a very old shrub spirit who uses she, her pronouns. Pick me if a motherly hand is needed. If someone gets a chance to spill the tea, I can sit down and stretch my legs a bit. Grew up in a British royal garden, branches too chaotic, and the gardeners tried to get rid of her after she smoked up all their Cuban cigars. Claims to be on a first-name basis with most older celebrities, and there's a 50% chance she's telling the truth. She has many friends, but Lady Sherry is my favorite. The two of us spend our afternoons sitting on the back porch of the bed and breakfast, laughing away the hours like only two old ladies can. It just seems right that we both be there together.
I like that. And I feel like we are definitely not going to help get a lot done, but we'll be entertaining. My blurb as Sherry here says, I have had few friends throughout my long and tormented life, but Yola Oleander's among those I treasure dearly. We spend our afternoons sitting on the back porch of the bed and breakfast, joking about our pasts and gossiping about Yazeba's going-ons.
Among our core cast of residents,
Mm-hmm.
who is calling out to you folks? We've all got a guest now.
We've all got a guest. I think I want to play either Sal or Gertrude, but I'm easy on which one.
Cool. No
I
dreams in your heart?
I kind of want to grab Yazeba for this one.
Oh, sick.
I'm feeling
fun.
judgmental today.
Sick.
Anthony, you were Sal last time. Did you want to
was.
double down or do you want to try something new?
I think it's better to switch it up.
Great,
Like-
then I'll be Sal.
Great. I will be Gertrude.
Beautiful.
Exciting.
We have our cast, folks. We have our cast of characters. I just want to point out, Taylor says on the book, the basically the styling between guest to guest is wildly different depending on who it is. They'll have different shapes that they like frames that they come out of. They'll have different aesthetics. They'll have different color palettes. But specifically, Sherry and Yola are in sort of both in these door-shaped sort of frames with lovely florals around the outside. And they are both holding a cup of tea, which just seems nice. Just seems nice. So, that's our folks. That's our folks. We have our cast and we have our scenario, which means it is time to play things. Oh, Anthony even filled in.
I'm very good at filling out forms, and I have filled in my name and my character, but I didn't do yours because I'm not that generous.
Still pretty good.
So just to go over it again, I am playing Gertrude, the shy teenager who's a little insecure and lives on top of the washing machine. Kurt is playing Sal, the rock star, artist, driver of cool van, who was once a witch's apprentice and doesn't want to talk about it. And Amanda is playing Yazeba, the somewhat frightening witch who owns the bed and breakfast. I'm going to play Niviana Viv Villain, literally the Lady of the Lake. Amanda is playing Lady Sheridan Sherry Dusang, a vampire. And Kurt is playing Yola Oleander, a shrub spirit. Old lovely
Hell
shrub
yeah, I
spirit.
am.
Okay.
I guess the hell yeah would have been better placed with Sal, but that's fine.
Amazing.
I'm
All
also
right.
realizing that I've read her as British, but her last name would imply that she's French. But I think I'm just gonna stick with making her British because I like the idea that she maybe just like has a French name but isn't French. It's very Picard, I feel like what I'm doing right now.
There's so much overlap in the aristocracy between England and France. It's
That's
fine.
true. You could be
It's all the
English
same.
and have a French name and vice versa. This is true.
And if she's a vampire, like we
She could
know
probably
that,
just have whatever accent she wants if
yeah,
she's been alive
yeah,
for
she's
long
been
enough.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were a
Yeah.
vampire, what accent would you pick?
Oh, I don't know.
I think you have to earn it. Like you have to speak the associated language, but you get all the time in the world to learn that shit.
You got lots of time. You
I'd
could
have a
just go
future
back
accent.
and forth.
You,
Future accent. You're gonna have an accent that isn't doesn't even exist yet. You're
That's right.
creating your own accent,
I want
Anthony.
to suck your blood.
I'll be like, in 50 years, you'll think this is cool.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm
So true,
secretly
absolutely.
studying my characters.
Secretly study.
So I think because our story began with Sal and Gertrude and our little blurbs, that probably makes sense to begin with those two. Um,
I think so too. Yeah.
Kurt, do you have a sense of how the scene begins, or do you want me to take it?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think the scene begins really quite simply with Gertrude's loading some laundry into the first machine. And because Gertrude has no chaos coins at all, this is a very simple Gertrude.
I mean,
Gertrude's you.
thank you. I am Gertrude.
I just
I
I
was
just assigned you homework.
I honestly, I loved it. I was like, okay, great. Thank you for telling me exactly what I'm doing.
That's what's happening. Tell me about it.
um, I I forgot how chaos coins work. I just get to take it for free the first time, right?
The first one's free.
And then every next one, I gotta flip. If I mess up, it's whoopsies. If I get it, it's good.
Yep.
Okay. Um, yeah, I want to help my friend Sal, so I'm hard at work. The whole place is absolute chaos, but I have found a basket which only has socks in it, and that seems like as good a place to start as any. So I am slowly grabbing the handfuls of socks and loading them into the machine. And when I look back, I find that Sal isn't helping at all. What are you doing?
Just watching somebody do a great job. That's what I'm doing. And I just want to say, it's even better than I thought it would be. You really know the ins and outs of this laundry room. And I strum like a little riff on my guitar, which I still have in here. Does this one sound good?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, yeah. I don't live in here.
What?
You said I seem familiar, but I don't like spend time here or anything.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry. Guess I wasn't really thinking about it. Um, and this is actually one of Sal's whoopsies. Make light of something important. Just fully breezed on through with, you're stuck here. Ha ha. Isn't that useful?
With my face blushing, I like turn back to the washing machine and finish loading up the socks. And it's already been filled out. I will tick a slot on the Tidy Cycles washing machine track, and I'm going to take a chaos coin for that.
There you go. I think as you finish that, Sal grabs a little sock that you missed from the floor and says, "Oh, hey, missed one." Drops it in, and that's going to be Sal's contribution to this wash cycle. Well, just like, hey, just got you over the finish line there. No problem. We got this together.
Where's the soap, Sal?
Uh, mm. uh, and I think Sal starts to wander towards one of the teetering stacks. Uh, How do they get this so tall? It's like floor to ceiling over here.
I think that's when you hear a voice from behind you. It's dark and grisly and all kinds of unsettling. And it just says, "Magic, darling, magic." As Yazeba enters the laundry room, just leaning back against the wall near the door, not
Um,
offering to help, just watching you.
Gertrude takes this opportunity to fall into a nearby laundry basket that's quite large to fall completely out of sight. There's a soft like ah.
I don't have to see you to know you're here, Gertrude.
Um, I wasn't hiding. I'm. I just fell over. I don't live in here.
I think that's the point when we have another entrant into the laundry room. And at this point, we see Yola Oleander just peek a bushy head around the corner. Um, so intoxicated by the idea of there being some kind of tea, some kind of goings on about Yazeba. We'd love to gossip about Yazeba. Yola pokes her head in and says, "Oh, what's going on in here? Looks like quite something."
We're trying to do laundry. Emily lost her arms. Maybe.
One or both of them?
I'm not sure. Sal, do you know?
No. I know that she lost at least one of them, but anything more than that, can't be sure. Just in a
And
little repair depot.
I think that's when Sherry comes in just behind Yola and says, "Oh, back in my day, you didn't need any arms to get things done. There were people for that. Your servants that you hired. Um, well, and of course, there were the contraptions that we invented back in the day. Much better than these." And she slaps one of the machines.
Yeah,
Much better than these by a long shot.
that's.
Oh, I imagine it couldn't even fit a handful. And this is when Yola will do her first contribution, picking up a stack of clothes and dropping it into a nearby washing machine.
I think slapping that machine has started the first machine going, but there's still no soap, and so now Gertrude is in a panic because the washing isn't even being done properly, and she's just like trying to like look under stuff, desperately trying to find soap.
Sal sees a great opportunity to not do anything. There's so many people here now. And so Sal puts his boots up and says, "Everyone's doing a great job. Hey, Yola, you're doing a great job." Uh, and Yola is already gossiping back, I think, back with Sherry? Back with Sherry.
I can't believe how. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh.
Yeah, that it's in this state? No, me neither. Quite something. It's quite something, isn't it? Would you like a cup of tea then? And out of nowhere produces this teapot. Uh,
I
pulls
think
it.
Sherry takes you up on some and pulls a cup out of her pocket.
Sure. Uh, I think pulls a cup. Yola pulls a cup out of her pocket too, pours herself some, pours some for Sherry. Well,
I
there
think
you go,
Sherry pulls
dearie.
a couple saucers out of her hair and put their
Oh,
cups
for
on.
sure. Yeah.
She's got like
Were
this
they like
big sort
moon
of
buns?
bouffant. I don't know. The illustration of her is giving me inspiration. It's like she got this very large hair, like
There could be
probably a
teacups
wig.
in there.
Yeah,
Mm.
she probably keeps everything in there.
And then I think Yola holds up the pot of tea and like holds it around as if anyone has a cup. Did anyone else want some tea? Does anyone want some tea?
Uh, sure. Um, and I'm gonna grab Is there in the laundry room? I'm gonna grab a
Toxic things.
I can only think of things that are bad.
I mean, there could be a cup that was there that someone left last time they were doing laundry, or there could be like maybe
Oh,
Emily's hand can be used as a cup.
that's a great idea. I
Or
think that
go.
in this panic, Gertrude is going to reach into the secret shoebox of things that are definitely not supposed to be in the laundry room. That people are not supposed to know is here, and bring out her little water cup with the cats on the outside, and pull it out. And offer the cup. Yes, I'll take it in my cup. I mean, a cup that was here.
Right, yes. Because you never sleep on the dryer. And that's
Why
one
would
of the
you say that?
whoopsies for Yola. Make a joke about something you thought I didn't know about. And
Are you just whoopsieing for fun?
just for fun, you can do that, you know.
You
You
can
can
whoopsie at any time.
can whoopsie at any time. God knows I do. Pour a little cup, pour a little cup, and then I think Yola is also gonna say, and for stain removal, and pour some into the machine. And we're gonna flip my chaos coin and see if that's helpful. I did not get heads. I got tails. Unsurprising. There's now a strong scent of chamomile coming from one of the washing machines and a faint yellowness spreading across the laundry in there. I'm going to take another chaos coin.
Oh no! Oh no! We've gotta stop that. And Gertrude is going to like jam the stop button. You can't put tea in the machine. It's gonna stain everybody's clothes.
Oh, don't worry, my
Don't
dear. Don't
worry.
worry. Back in my day, we only washed clothes with tea, you see. I know how to deal with this. You simply need to, well, I think if we push this button, it'll stop it. And then if we push this button, I believe that allows it to go in reverse. It'll turn it on to the old-timey setting.
The old timey backwards.
Yes,
I
old-timey
often
backwards.
it makes me think of the old times actually.
And because
You're gonna flip a chaos coin, you weirdo.
I don't think I have to flip a chaos coin because
okay.
Sherry doesn't have anyone,
First
so that
time.
should just
First
succeed.
time.
That just works.
That just works. But she does get a chaos coin now.
In what way does reverse cycle work? As
yeah,
it
so
comes from.
the machine kind of sounds like it's chugging forward, like you hear this sloshing around, and then all of a sudden it starts to sound like the water is like being slurped backwards. And then you start to notice that the spools inside that are turning as things start to move backwards with this slurping sound, they start to turn into like wooden dowels almost in the machine. At least that's what it looks like. It's obviously hard to see into a machine, but the yellow does seem to be fading.
And there you go, and that's all you have to worry about. You know, I always say tea is just water and me. Yola says as her leaves rustle.
I believe that was the last slot of the washer track that Amanda filled. Is that right?
It
did,
was.
yeah.
So now we get one tick on the dryer track.
And then we reset our washing machine, right?
We do.
Gertrude like reaches into this washing machine that you've like put on backwards old timey mode and like draws out the clothing and like gives it a sniff. Oh, it actually seems fine. I guess you were right. Sorry, Sherry, Yola.
Oh,
You know-
it's all right, my dear. You know, back in my day, we didn't often say thank you to people, but I like that we've changed our ways as time has gone on and shown appreciation for each other.
It's quite nice, isn't it, to have shown appreciation? And I think this is when Sal chimes in with all of you just doing incredible work is what I'm saying here. Every single one of you, especially with the tea, that's a nice move. And in doing so, Sal's very busy guy special ability means that Sal's going to lose a coin and we'll send it over to Yola. Yola's now got 3 chaos coins kicking
Amazing.
around.
Gertrude's gonna get busy loading the next washing machine. This time, all underwear. Just an absolute massive amount of underwear that's been stored in some corner. Gertrude's super awkward about it. She's like trying not to look the whole time. Sal, do you want to come do this one?
What? Which one? Which load is it? Sal
Just
asks.
the corner one right there.
Which load is it?
It's like white
foibles
spot,
and
you know.
fur babies.
What?
And Yazeba curses from the back of the room. And she comes over and she starts to help Gertrude against her will.
This is big.
With a cigar out of the corner of her mouth.
Well, there's a checkbox for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
and Yazeba gets a coin.
Yeah. And I think maybe we should do a little coin flip for old Gertie as well.
Oh wait, did you already give me the?
I'm just flipping this coin here. It is a tails. This is a perfect moment for it actually, because one of my whoopsies is Gertrude turns to Yazeba and goes, no, you don't have to help. No, you don't have to help. It's okay. I've got it under control. You really don't have to help. In fact, I prefer if you didn't help, if you left. And I'm going to reject the help of someone else as my whoopsie.
Wait, are you rejecting the help of Yazeba?
Uh-huh.
Oh, interesting. Ah. You think you can do this all by yourself then?
I'm very helpful and handy and useful to keep around.
And Yazeba looks down her nose at you. We shall see about that. This will be an interesting assessment of your abilities. I'm going to do a whoopsies just for fun. I'm going to stay cryptic and secretive about something that matters to everyone. And Yazeba looks around at everybody and then walks back to her spot by the door and takes a drag on her cigar. Or a puff. I guess you don't really take a drag on a cigar. That would be... Well, I don't know. She's magic. Maybe that is how she smokes a cigar.
I think Yola's gonna mosey on over to where Gertrude is and say, well, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a bunch of underwear. And do her bingo, absolutely refuse to act my age. Yola is going to pick up a bunch and throw them into the machine, but by throwing them up first, and so they all rain down into it in an sort of underwear storm. This is a bingo, so I am going to give all 3 of my chaos coins to Gertrude.
Oh, great.
Bringing Gertrude up to 4. And then I'm going to tick mine up 1 as well, because I'm doing some laundry. So I'll give myself a little checkbox there.
So I have a question for Sherry. Do we tick off the tea every time she has a cup of tea?
Every time she has a cup of tea.
Does she have tea on her?
Because she has her journey and she has tea on her character sheet.
I'm going to have to look at your character sheet.
It just says once my track fills up. And then it says...
Oh, no. That's with leftover chaos coins at the end.
No. Oh, okay. So the tea only gets ticked if we have leftover chaos coins.
Yeah, we just do a little... Okay. It's the same way most people's tracks
just because some tracks are like, if you do a thing, you tick a box.
Right. In her case, it's just... Yeah, it's just... on the sheet, it's like just cute little teacup. That's why it's
you would get a color in or tick off. Or
yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know why I make sounds that Zoom in no way is carrying to Anthony.
Oh, no, it worked fine actually, for some reason.
Wow.
Yeah, came right through.
I don't know. Did chat hear us?
I bet they did.
If Anthony could hear it, chat heard it.
I'd like to
how it
take a
works.
little yucky side note here to notify
Yucky.
you guys
Ooh,
about
yeah.
some yucky things that have happened. I took one yucky for having to touch the underwear in the first place. Already gross.
Ooh, yeah, gross.
I took a second yucky in a more metaphorical sense when Yazeba was mad at me because that seemed bad. And then I've taken a third yucky for having underwear land on my head because of Yola's childlike behavior.
How did it land?
Just like straight on, you know, just like full came down over the ears. One eye, oh god, it's so terrible. One eye is out of the leg, the other part of the face is covered, and Gertrude almost just dies of embarrassment and falls back into the hamper that she was recently inside of.
Nice.
So, would you guys say that Yazeba was mean to Gertrude there? Was that mean?
What do you think?
Kinda.
Well, how does Gertrude feel about it?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Okay. Okay. Just asking. Just checking.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Weird.
How do we do our bingos again? Do we have to do we need to spend something to do them?
Not
Or
in
do
this
you-
chapter. You just do it, and then you
Just
can
do
give
it.
all your crappy coins away.
Really?
Anybody can
So
do
you
that?
Just,
Oh yeah, anybody can
just
do that.
anytime there's a moment that presents itself where you're like, this is a good bingo moment for this character.
Yeah.
Wow.
Off go your coins. You pass them on to somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah. It's for anybody playing along at home. This is different than the last chapter we did, where you had to earn a bingo and spend a coin for the privilege of doing it. Not so here. You can just do a bingo and
Okay,
then
great.
give away your chaos coins.
Okay. I was like, not sure if I could just do these things. And I was like, can I just do it? But that's because last time. But you said this. Every chapter is different. It's kind of like different. It's like each one's kind of like a little mini RPG in and of itself in terms of
Yeah.
the rules of the RPG
Yeah.
chapter.
It's
Cool,
such a
cool.
cool game, guys.
I like it. I like it. Okay, cool. That's great.
So, Gertrude has just further been yucked.
Correct. Currently inside a hamper, but you know what? In that hamper, she has a reckoning, sort of like, Sal's relying on me. I gotta keep going. And heroically peels the underwear off her head, drops it in the washing machine, and clambers out, sort of with the most assertiveness you ever see from Gertrude, says, I'm gonna go put these things on the line. Will anyone come with me?
I think that Sherry offers to come with you.
Nice. I'm gonna use all my chaos coins. I have 5 now. I'm gonna get rid of them all.
Yeah.
To fill up the washing machine track, as I metaphorically am helpful as I take things off to go put them on the line. And Sherry comes with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Well, do we want to see what happens out of the line, or do we want to see what happens with Sal? Oh, we just left all of Kurt's characters in the room together.
Oh, well, Yazeba's in there,
And
too.
Yazeba.
Oh, Yazeba's
I
still
think
there?
He's in there. Mhm.
I think
She's
maybe
just
we get a
leading us
little.
all.
Amanda's also got another character that she hasn't. No,
No,
that's
I
not
do.
true,
Nope.
is it?
I only have 2 characters.
You do. Right.
Oh my goodness, 3 characters might be.
No, I just forgot who was who. It's all good.
Yes.
I think, yeah, I think Sal. No. I think Yola's gonna chat up Yazeba a little bit.
Oh,
Yola's.
is she?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she is.
interesting.
So Yola's going to walk over to Yazeba and say, she's going to spread libel or over-exaggerated gossip. She'll say, well, you know what? Let's see if I need to do a whoopsie. We're going to say Yola, out of a sense of momentum, is just going to keep laundering, and we'll flip my little coin and see if it does anything. Oh, this one uses a little coin sound effect when I click the button and get tails, which is a whoopsie,
Uh-oh.
which means that Yola is going to do a whoopsie, and the whoopsie Yola does is spread libel or over-exaggerated gossip. Is it libel or libel?
I think it's
Libel is how I would say it.
Libel. Oh, a new
That's
entrant.
what I would say.
A
Libel.
new challenger has entered the ring.
Libel, apparently. So says online pronunciation button.
Libel.
Rhymes with
Libel.
Bible.
So she's spreading libel. And she's going to say, I heard that young Gertrude never leaves this room, rarely seen outside of it, is almost trapped here by some kind of spirit. Is that true? Did you trap her? Zeeb, did you trap her?
No. Why would I trap someone in a laundry room?
There are a lot of things I can't explain. One might choose to do. Hmm. A lot of things indeed. And if I were you, I would consider thanking your staff picking up the slack today. They didn't have to. I didn't have to. And I'm going to do a bingo, help someone else evade consequences. This is maybe going to get Sal out of a little hot water that Sal might get into by slacking around. Which means I'm going to pass on my load to Yazeba. Just gonna zero my coins and throw one over to Zeeb. A little gratitude always helps grease the wheels.
Hmm. And when you're a guest somewhere, telling someone how to run their business also is usually ill-advised, considering that you are staying here at my behest.
At my coin, I'll say. And I think this is heated enough that I'm gonna have Sal do something.
Yeah.
So we'll have Sal do the largest load we've seen Sal do yet, which is still like a handful plus, like a Jim Henson handful. Just grab it, drop it into the machine, just enough to be witnessed having done something. And I don't need to flip because Sal had no coins at the time. This means we check another box on the dryer track, folks. We are 2 steps along the dryer track.
2 steps on 2 steps of 3. And if we get to
Two steps,
3, we fill the
Step to
hamper
3.
track by 1, and then we have to fill the hamper track by 2 to win.
Let's cut to the yard where we
While
see
things are, yeah, getting spicy inside, I think while we head outside to hang stuff up on the line, Sherry says to Gertrude, you know, I've noticed that you have quite a distinctive style about you, Gertrude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why not?
I think I'm pretty normal.
Well, what does normal mean? What does normal do for you at the end of the day, my dear?
Maybe like my earring. And
Hmm.
Gertrude is wearing like a beautiful, super detailed star earring.
But you see, that is what I'm talking about. That is style.
Oh, thanks. You dress
You
the
know-
coolest of anybody I've ever seen.
Oh my, well, thank you, my dear. You know, back in my day, when I was one of the most fearsome vampires across, well, all of Europe for a bit there, I used to wear this stunning cape, and I thought, well, I just thought it would look perfect on you. It matches your style completely. Now, I mean, I'm not quite so fierce. You know, these fangs are quite a bit dull. And perhaps that is fine. But this cape, I think it would suit you to bring a certain ferocity to you. Yes. And I think out of her pocket, she pulls a big star cape. And I'm going to do one of my bingos and lend out some of my old fancy clothing. It's all the stars are embroidered and they're all like done up with like different jewels that are like sewn into the fabric. And when it moves I'm assuming it's nighttime outside. I'm assuming because we're outside, right?
We
with a
are.
vampire.
Okay, great. It's
Either
nighttime.
that or
Nighttime
Lady
laundry.
Sherry has like a parasol over her head while this is
I like Parasol, actually. I
happening.
think that's great.
We could go. We
That
could go a
feels
little
that
adventure
feels
time with it.
really good, actually.
She's a black parasol on over, and she very carefully hands the cape to you without letting her any of her skin get in the way of the sunlight.
Oh, I really don't think I should take this. This seems really nice, and I kind
Oh,
of.
it's also enchanted. So if you ever do become a vampire, I think you would make a great vampire, by the way, my dear. It will protect you from the sunlight.
Well, then you need this. I can't take it. You.
Oh, no, no, no. I don't need this. Who am I running from these days? Oh, my dear. No, no. My days of glory are long past me, and I'm fine with it. I think you should take it. You never know when you could become a vampire. I know I wasn't expecting it.
You never know when you could become a vampire.
Well, no, one day you're a human, the next day someone bites you on the neck, and all of a sudden, whoop, you wake up and you're a vampire.
Oh.
Hmm.
Have you turned anyone into a vampire?
I think out of nowhere, Yola is now outside with you, hanging something up on the line, and says, "Tried for me once, but the sap runs too thick." And then both, I think, old ladies laugh in a really uproarious, haughty sort of way. Um, which will tick a spot on the track since I've got no coins.
Oh, I can use my bingo to give coins to Gertrude, can't I?
You
Yep.
can.
What? And while you're at it, why don't you do this cloak?
Okay, so I'll give Gertrude my coin, which means now I'm
Alright.
at 0 coins.
Well, Gertrude is like looking the cloak over, and it does look kind of cool. Is it really okay if I try it on?
Yes, of course, my dear.
Okay. And Gertrude puts it over her shoulders. It's heavy, and like she sort of like staggers under it for a second, clasps it up at the neck. She just like stares down for a second, like like you can wrap your hand in like a cape or a cloak, so kind of like totally disappear into it. She does that for a second, and then, against her better judgment, does a twirl because it's hard not to when you're wearing a beautiful cape, and it shoots out all around her, kind of catches the wind and turns her into this kind of like spinning, whirling dervish for a moment. And as she swings back around and the sort of cloak sort of cascades left and right against her legs, you can see just a little smile underneath her mask.
I think Yola chortles girlishly and does a twirl as well, absolutely refusing to act her age. Does a spin on the spot, and all the leaves flutter as she spins around, and she's like, "Ah, this is just like Marilyn used to do." Uh,
Who's Marilyn?
Monroe, dear, Marilyn Monroe. You
Oh,
must be
yes.
joking. You must be joking.
Marilyn was
She
such
must
a
be
fun
joking.
time. Yes.
It has been some time, hasn't it? Well. Oh,
I shouldn't let you do that. Can I? And Gertrude's gonna try to take the laundry from Yola and hang it up.
oh, succeeds 100% because I did a bingo and I'm passing the buck.
I'm gonna flip a coin. We got a heads. Heck yeah. Here we go.
Sweet.
Puts you up to 3.
Oh, did you give me your coin? Is that what just happened?
Just well, yeah, as part of that.
Okay.
But don't flip again. I think it happened after.
Okay, okay. Should we go back inside? Is anybody taking anything out of the washing machine inside? This is important to me.
I think one of them's starting to bubble up in that cartoonish way.
Yeah.
Like gung, 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 really like the bubbles are building. And Sal is strumming a chord and singing a little song. Frustrated, I think. Sal is getting frustrated because he can't seem to quite hit that one harmonic on that one fret, and the strums are getting like harder. You know, strumming harder and it's not getting closer. It's a delicate maneuver. So Sal is sitting there starting to stew a little, I think.
The washing
Damn it.
machine's going absolutely insane. It's like somebody has put in like 100 pairs of shoes into one washing machine, which is an absolutely terrible idea. And it's just like rocking back and forth, almost like desperately begging to get out. I don't know if anybody's still in the laundry room.
I
Yazeba's
think
watching this happen.
Sal gets real frustrated with the guitar and gives a kick at the laundry machine. A little kick.
Oh, wait. I lost my headphone,
Um,
guys.
oh,
Whatever you said, Kurt. I'm going to have to say it again.
Sure. Sal gets real frustrated and gives a little kick at the loud laundry machine. Shut up, Sal says.
The door swings open, and like hot, gushing, almost golden water pours out of the front of the washing machine, and with it, a silvery hand emerges, cloaked in a sort of ethereal, luminescent robe, and in the palm of the hand there is a silver circle. A looks at first like a large bracelet, or perhaps a guitar string coiled in the palm of a hand. Sal.
Uh, hey there, talking hand. How's it going?
Destiny calls. Will you accept your burden?
My burden. Yeah. Yeah, I will.
The string is like offered up towards you.
Sal reaches down, faking a little bit of confidence here, and grabs it, pulls it up. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It is the W string. Forgotten. Impossible. Forged by the elf folk of the luminescent mountain.
And I think that's the point where Sal is like, oh, Viv, what are you doing in there?
Oh, hey. Oh, I live in here. And Viv just sort of like slowly like crawls out of the washing machine like the Ring style with her long black hair. And the hair just like keeps coming and coming as she like pulls herself out of the washing machine. She is very soggy, but for some reason it feels elegant when she does it. Over top of the luminescent gown, she is wearing a blanket scarf soaked to the bone, and a very cute sort of sweater vest on top.
Sal's gonna pluck the blanket scarf and toss it in the machine and say, might as well, it's already wet.
I was okay, sure.
I am going to flip the coin, see if that's useful at all to have done. It's not.
It's not.
So I've got to do a whoopsie, and I think Sal's whoopsie in this case has got to be one of the special ones. Let's pick one of the chapter whoopsies. Sal's whoopsie is as Sal goes to put the scarf in the machine, Sal carelessly knocks over like a big one, like an industrial tub of detergent, and just the whole floor is slippery and blue and gooey. It's just a mess. Whoop. Sorry, Zeebs. Don't mind me.
What does Yazeba do?
you know, before you move around the building, you should probably clean this up. Otherwise, I will put a spell on this room and you won't be able to leave it. And perhaps next time, be a bit more careful You know, I can't spend all day cleaning up your messes, Sal.
And let's see if that's enough to get Sal to be slightly more useful. I'm gonna have Sal try again to do something here. And if I whoopsie, that's not what's gonna happen. I whoopsie. Sal can't quite muster up the motivation to actually act on that request. And Sal's gonna fake confidence and say, "What, this old mess? Oh, it'll all be done in an hour."
In fact, this will make it faster. Why one laundry machine when the whole room can be one? And Viv grabs the doors of the washing machines in front of her, and they all open, and water just starts pouring out into the room, mixing with the suds now caked into the floorboards. And she like closes her eyes, the slits of her eyelids start glowing a light blue, and you can see the water as it rushes into the room stops at the doorways, held back by an invisible force. Perfect. We'll get them all done much faster now. Good thinking, Sal.
Yes, good thinking, Sal.
I'm gonna add a tick to the washing machine track.
As you should, as you should. Hey, you know what? I never would have thought about that on my own, and I feel like sometimes you just got to have those out-of-box creative ideas. Creative ideas are what I'm all about, and I'm seeing them in you, Viv. Really appreciate it. Sal is going to do the very busy guy move to pass off one of the chaos tokens to Viv.
Thanks.
No problem. Just a helpful guy.
The water is pouring out quite hard now. Anybody in the laundry room is like knee deep now in rushing soapy sudsy water, and here and there there's like a sloshing out of the doorways that are being held back by Viv's water barriers. And Viv,
I think Yazeba tries to use some magic to keep the water away from her legs, but in the process, she actually makes it so that the water, instead of being around her legs, actually starts just falling on top of her head. So all the water that's clearing is just dumping on top of her, and her cigar goes out, and she fumbles in her pocket for a lighter. Oh, frigates and French fries.
while that's happening, Viv is desperately trying to keep the water in the room, and I'm gonna flip some coins to see whether we can keep our laundry room washer going. Let's find out. I've got how many coins now? 2. Okay. First one is a tails.
It's a tails. That's how it goes.
That's it. I'm gonna do a whoopsie here. One of Viv's whoopsies is confuse above and below water, which I'm just gonna interpret as she sort of forgets which direction the water is supposed to be being held, and in a moment of lost focus, the water gushes out of the room in every direction, and the hallways are flooded, and water starts pouring down the stairs into the rest of the house. Well, that's nice. We'll clean up the whole house.
This is exciting and full of something to gossip about. And so, with a rustling sound that you know well whenever there's something to be witnessed, Yola moseys her way inside and says, "Well, isn't this something? Something innovative happening here, something very different." And I think with that statement, she needs like a reason to be here a little bit. Butted heads earlier, so she will, as a gesture, scoop up some of that floor water, that floor laundry, dump it into a nearest machine, which will finish our dryer track once and tick our first hamper space.
Ooh,
So that
halfway
means we are
release.
halfway there. Whoa, whoa. Living on a prayer.
Wow.
Hmm.
Is Yazeba
So
still
you-
just there, soaking wet?
Yeah, she's damp. She has her cigar relit at this point, and she notices something in the corner of the room. She seems pretty fixated on it. She walks across the room in three elongated strides, and she seemingly pulls something invisible off the wall. Oh, well, this explains why we've been having some technical troubles.
What is it, Yazeba?
Ah,
Important? Perhaps a magical monitor from your enemies in the neighboring kingdom?
no.
Oh,
It's a bit of technical interference with the machines. You see, these machines, I got them updated last year. They all run on Wi-Fi. That's why the cycles can be automated. You don't even have to use them. Normally, they don't cause any fuss because they're all in an automated system. Emily just, she loads them, she empties them. Nothing too crazy. But this, and she blows on it, and it turns into this little electronic butterfly. Its antennae start moving everywhere. We've got an infestation of technical butterflies. I don't know how they got in here. Someone must have left the window open. She walks over to the window in the laundry room and closes it.
oh. Well, that would mess with Emily's arms. It
Mm-hmm.
makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Too many butterflies in the machinery. It goes haywire.
You can't have
Arms
too
tearing
many
off arms.
too many butterflies in any one spot. It's a little dangerous.
Too many technologies, as far as I'm concerned. All you need is a little L-branch grease. And I think I could have said elbow sap. Either would
Oh,
have
I
been
think-
fine.
That would be good.
I'm also gonna give my coins away as Yazeba because that was
Where
a
are they going
bingo.
to?
I used my wisdom.
Where are you giving them?
I'll give them to Can I give them to anyone? Or do they have to be in the room with me? Like that's
It's
more
nice
thematic.
if it's thematically appropriate.
I'll give them to Viv.
Oh, great. How many
You
was
seemed
that?
interested. 2, so you're 4.
Cool.
I think we're gonna see if Yola helps out. Yola might be about to help out, or might be about to do a whoopsie.
We'll see.
So let's find out. Because the elbow grease comment leads right into it. And you know what? Elbow grease comment just affirms something Yola's always believed. Being at the right place at the right time means you'll be right at the right place to help. Or at least hear some fun shit. So we are going to advance the washing machine once more.
Nice.
And advance Yola's coin count. Because that's what we do.
She's just helping out. Sorry, I lost track of what she's doing.
Just helping out. She just protesting the idea of all this technology and helping out, just tossing some laundry
Do
into
you have
the
to
machine.
flip your other coin for that?
I did. I flipped a coin.
Oh.
And I got a heads.
Oh.
You're right,
delightful.
Yola. Sometimes just good old-fashioned work is what makes it best. Not entire laundry rooms turned into washing machines. And Viv tries to make up for her mistakes and is scooping the wet laundry off the ground and putting it in the machines. I'm gonna flip 4 coins. Here we go. It's gonna be fine, guys. Don't worry. This is
Oh,
gonna
be
work
fine.
out
It's gonna be fine.
just
Oh
fine.
boy.
That's a tails right off the top. I've never.
Oh.
I'm not sure I've flipped ahead.
I think Yazeba is going to be inspired by this good old-fashioned work. And she is going to silently just walk over to a big pile of very smelly curtains that are in the corner and put them into a machine, which also automates with a nice little ding
Ding.
that implies that now we don't have to set settings. We just have to put things in the machine. So as long as they get in there properly, then you're all good.
Great.
What's Viv's whoopsie?
Ah, I'm so glad you asked. You see, Viv was trying desperately to just, put aside all the portents and magic and fates and just do some good old-fashioned work like she did before she was Lady of the Lake. But she's gotten distracted. And as she looks around the room, she is drawn to the most mysterious and cursed item in the room. Oh, Yazeba, my water attempt, my large washing machine attempt has unfortunately soaked your cursed sock. The one you use to watch and monitor. And she pulls out just this black sock. It doesn't look like that big of a deal, but it is nailed to the corner of the laundry room in a quite mysterious way. I've got it all wet. Your curse might be broken. And I'm going to dredge up something best left forgotten.
Ooh. And
Love that.
Yazeba grabs the sock from her and goes, "You got my sock wet?" She starts losing her mind.
Oh, shit. I think that this is a good time for our vampire queen and Gertrude to maybe have returned, just in the hallway, just to witness whatever this
Yes.
blow up is. Sorry, Amanda, for interrupting your momentum.
No, that's fine. I think Yazeba begins to tear a strip off of Viv, and she starts talking about how this curse has been holding back this ancient beast that I kept in the basement. And do you know how long he's been down there? Do you even understand? Do you
Viv-
understand how now your antics have made it so that he will be able to come in here, take me, throw me out that window, turn this entire bed and breakfast? I won't be able to protect I won't be able to protect you, but this is all because you.
Viv completely has disappeared behind her long hair now, and is just sort of like a black pillar of hair standing in the center of the room, and is slowly slinking back to one of the washing machines as the tirade continues.
Yazeba's made herself so upset. She's just having this coughing fit now. And suddenly there seems to be a rumble from somewhere deep in the house.
Oh, God.
I think Yola's going to speak up and do one of her bingos, which is help someone else evade consequences. Yola's going to say, "You old bat, don't give someone the time of day who didn't ask for it. Everyone here's just trying to help, don't you see?" And Yola's going to, first, a bingo means I'm dumping things, right? So we'll put my 2 coins in Yazeba's pockets. Hey-oh.
Oh.
And then that was helping. So I'll take a box. Because I dumped some laundry in the machine after saying that everyone's helping, see? Dump laundry in the machine.
That's the distraction that Viv needed, and as the clothing gets dropped in the machine, so does Viv, slinks back into the machine and closes it behind her, and the water starts to fill up again.
That's when the whole home starts to rumble.
God.
Sal, you said this would take an hour. You have 45 minutes left, and I hope you can finish in that time, because if you can't finish in that time,
was only
I
15
can't stop what's about to happen.
No, I said it would take an hour, maybe 5 minutes ago. It wasn't an hour ago.
You've got 10 more minutes.
Cool, great. Well, it's going fine over here. Look. And Sal is going to see if we can't do anything helpful. That's 2 coins for Sal. Coin number 1. Oh my God, why is there such an animation on my coin flip? It's tails. Great. There we go. So Sal immediately shits the bed, as it were, and I think we've got to pick one of the fun bonus whoopsies,
Ooh,
don't
bonus
we?
whoopsies.
Um, Sal is going to stumble in the ankle-deep swamp of sheets, of falling into it with anything Sal was carrying. And Sal's still half-assing this, so has the guitar in one hand. And so Sal and the guitar and the mysterious W string, they all fall into a pile of sheets, and Sal rolls out the door, um, half because of momentum of tripping over the sheets, and half because out of the door, trapped in the sheets, well, you don't have to do laundry, do you?
uh, Gertrude watches Sal, the bundle that is Sal, like disappear down the hall and down the stairs, and realizes, she's heard this ultimatum. 5 minutes left, and she's gonna just absolutely just like bound into activity. Still with the cloak on. Are our old ladies still there?
Yes. Sherry is just behind Gertrude.
Please, guys, please, will you help me? If we don't get it done in 5 minutes, I mean, maybe the Airbnb, the B&B will go under, and I don't have anywhere else to go. And
My good dear, don't you let that Yazeba intimidate you. She's just a grump. You know, I'm older than her, and I find that I have a somehow more delightful sense of spirit than
More
she
delightful
does.
by far, I should say.
Thank you, Yola. So
Of course, doll.
I would say that you focus on what you need to get done. I will of course help you, and don't you worry about that grumpy woman. And Yazeba is just furiously smoking in the corner. She's basically in a cloud of smoke. And I think in order to help Gertrude also to not worry about her, uh, Lady Sherry turns into a bat, picks up a bunch of clothes with her little bat, or like a bundle, and drops it into a machine on her way over to Yazeba, where she then turns into a cloud of mist just to obstruct Yazeba's view even more in the smoke that she's shrouding herself in.
Enjoying your cigar? Jokes Yola as she goes to put something in a machine, but I didn't flip well, so Yola's gonna do a whoopsie instead.
Oh no.
Yola makes a joke about something you thought I didn't know about. And Yola goes a little far. Yola says, well, Yazeba, I suppose it's all about when and where you decide to leave things, isn't it? If the laundry had been more organized, it would be fine. And you don't want to go losing laundry like you lost your heart, do you?
Oh my. Did we already tick a box for Lady Sherry?
don't think so.
Okay,
No,
tick
we
one.
did
So that's a
not.
full washing machine.
Nice.
Full washing machine.
Dryer's full. Or we got one tick off the dryer. Reset.
Things are moving.
Things are moving.
Gertrude is very impressed by Sherry's absolute delightfulness and getting in Yazeba's way and making things happen. I'm going to use one of my bingos, which is give a very genuinely sweet compliment. Gertrude says to Sherry, "You're like the fourth most delightful person I've ever met." And I'm going to give you all my coins.
Okay, lovely.
So that I can
well,
load a washer without problem. I'm going to get busy
That's
over
fair.
here.
well, Sherry does not respond, but you do see as mist that she twinkles, which you would assume is her taking that compliment well.
Amazing. Amazing. Yola doing anything?
Yola has just stepped in it, proverbially speaking. And I think that's enough. She has a moment where she thinks maybe I went too far. So Yola's gonna try to do some more laundry, which means we're gonna flip twice. The first flip is a head, second flip is a tails. So here's the whoopsie that Yola's gonna do. Yola's got a whoopsie called, and I do love this one for her. Rest my old roots and not get up. And I think as Yola goes, it like bends down to pick up another handful of laundry, she has a moment where she just goes, no, no, why am I doing this? And then Yola shakes her head, drops it right on the floor in front of her, and then hops herself up to sit on a washing machine and just see it all go down. And she pulls out her cup of tea and starts sipping.
Oh my. I think this is when Lady Sherry is inspired by your moment of respite, and she heads over to sit with you in her mist form. But in transforming back into a vampire, she messes up the transformation somewhat, and she actually ends up knocking over a precariously piled group of vests. They're very colorful vests, and some of them are missing buttons. They're clearly in a pile where they were supposed to be darned and fixed up. And she just falls into this pile of vests, and she starts laughing and cackling. It's somewhat frightening, actually.
As the only person left actually doing any work, Gertrude is going to keep trying to load machines over here. But we've gotten to the bottom of one of the piles, which is the kitchen laundry, the rags, etc. And poor Gertrude holds her nose as she lifts the dirty pile of cloths left too long on the edge of the sink and dish rags, and brings them across to fill up the last machine.
Oh, I can give you coins though, because when I moved over to that area, I was in my mist form, which is one of my bingos.
Okay.
I could give you coins, but I don't know. Maybe I would give them to Yola because that's where I headed over. So thematically,
Well,
no, I think Sherry will give them to Gertrude.
Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't really matter because I already flipped a tails on my one coin that I thought I had. So I'm going to fail immediately. The grossness is absolutely too much for Gertrude to handle, and I am going to. I'm going to assume the worst of what's going on as I look around this room. I'm grossed out. No one's helping. I'm going to assume this was all a joke on me.
Oh no.
You guys are like laughing and having fun in the corner, and I just drop the laundry on the floor. I'm like, wait, this is all a trick, right? This is all a trick. And Gertrude looks at her like slimed hands. Did Sal just do this to make me do the laundry and touch all this gross stuff? And I know nobody wants me here, but you don't have to make me go like this.
I think Sherry stops laughing. Yazeba finally gets to her feet. She looks furious. And she hears what Gertrude is saying. And she marches over to her, puts out her cigar on one of the machines in a bit of blue goo that is the cleaning soap. And looking disgusted, she says to Gertrude, "Is that what you think this is? You think that we would just do this to trick you? You don't think that perhaps I may have asked Sal to do this, knowing that he would try to rope you into it, knowing that you often inhabit this room, because I wanted to see." And Yazeba leans down as Gertrude sits on the floor and says, "If you had what it takes to be my apprentice."
I don't.
Clearly,
I can't even load a washing machine.
clearly, you do.
What?
There's another rumble from deep inside the house. It startles Yazeba. I'm gonna have to deal with that in a minute. Forking friggin' frigates. Frugals.
Fritos.
Exactly. Of course you do, Gertrude. You're the only one that's been continuing to do anything in this mess. You're the only one that's gotten anything done. No offense, ladies. Sherry,
Not taken, chimes in Yola.
Sherry just giggles and says, "Well, we tried, I think.
We
We
tried.
did.
I should say we tried.
Good effort, good effort." And she
No.
cheers as Yola.
Clink. Little shits.
Gertrude, my dear. I know it's hard when you're young to believe in yourself, but... And trust me, in many ways, I was a lot like you when I was younger.
No.
This cloak actually reminds me a lot of myself.
It's not mine.
No, I know, it's the Sherry's.
It suits her, though.
Exactly. And I think Yazeba offers a hand to Gertrude to help her up.
Does this happen to be a bingo of any sort?
'Tis! I'm demonstrating some hidden kindness.
Oh, excellent. I'm going to reset my yucky track.
What a sentence. What a game.
What a game. And I'm going to reach out and grab that hand.
And I think Yazeba brushes the goo off from her hand. And then, from her pocket, just pulls out a little package of just very normal tissues, dabs Gertrude's face, and wipes Gertrude's hands, and says, "Now, clearly the cigar is done. We have about 2 minutes until the house is destroyed.
What?
So we may as well get to doing the laundry."
There might be other more important things to do.
Nope. This is the most important thing.
What about
Trust
the
me.
house?
Trust me, Gertrude.
Okay. Laundry?
Laundry.
I'm on it.
And Yazeba piles an impossibly high pile of clothes. And in one foul swoop, attempts to put them all into the machines.
Nice.
I'm not going to flip for that, though, because I showed kindness. So I'm going to give my 3 tokens to Gertrude.
Oh.
Because you just cashed 5, right?
I was about to cash 5. That means
Right.
I had 8. Okay, great.
Great.
Which is fine.
And we'll put all of those loads into the machine in one fell swoop.
Nice. Gertrude is like right alongside Yazeba, like for a moment, kind of acting like an apprentice, right at your elbow, closing the doors as you slam loads in, and even grabbing that big pile of yucky dish rags and dropping them in with barely a shudder.
I think there's a rumbling again, and as you feel that rumble, as that rumble just sort of like moves through the foundation, you realize there's actually 2 rumbles, and maybe they're not related at all, as an entire gaggle of the rabbits in the garden who wear little outfits all run within and scoop up their own little outfits. There's a whole corner of the laundry room that was entirely tiny rabbit outfits, and the rabbits all just grab one of their little tiny outfits and drop it into a laundry machine, just one after the other after the other. There's only 1 outfit per rabbit. How many outfits do you need? You're a rabbit. And so they all ferry a train of rabbit clothes into the laundry machine. And then the last one, with a little tip of her hat, says, "Thank you." And out they go from whence they came.
Nice.
Does that fill up our
Bring
washing
them
machine?
Yes, it does.
Nice. So that's another dryer.
Get a tick on the dry track. We have one final tick on the dry track. So that means 4 more washing machines, and we complete the entire track, I think. The hamper's full.
It does mean that. It does mean that.
Does Yazeba need a helping hand of some sort to perhaps deal with the monster?
Zeba seems very focused on the laundry. She scoops up a bunch of what appear to be bonnets and puts them into a washing machine. That doesn't count because I didn't catch it. Oh, it's a tails.
But that's okay. You can tell us what your whoopsie is. But Gertrude's got your back, and she swings in behind you, and is gonna complete this this pass here. I also have to flip 3 coins.
Zeba goes to put it in the machine and realizes too late that she didn't even open the lid, so it just all falls over the machine. And as she goes to rebuke herself, feet, nothing but feet, she slips in a puddle of the soap and just like falls and like hits her head on a dryer. She's knocked out, cold.
Wait, can Gertrude try to save you or no?
Sure.
Okay, I've flipped 2 heads so far, guys. And Gertrude, I have three to flip. Gertrude is running across. She's reaching out to catch Yazeba before she hits the ground.
Lady Sherry
flip.
pulls out opera glasses to watch this.
It's a heads! It's a heads! And Gertrude reaches out.
Did you see? Did you see? Oh, she
I
got
did. What
Very
a show!
good.
What a show!
Very good, Gertrude.
I was once topiary beside a horse track, and I must say, this is even better.
Gertrude looks down at Yazeba. Are you okay?
Zeba tries to muster up a bit of intimidation and somewhat fails and softens and says, well, yes, Gertrude, I'll be fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Whenever you need a helping hand. I think looking around the room, you know, Yazeba's brushing herself off. I think Gertrude knows what the last most important thing is to do to get this whole job done. There's someone who's missing. I'm gonna march out, go looking for Sal.
Sal is outside, and the rumbling, you can't help but notice, has stopped. Sal is sitting beside what can only be described as a horrific shadow beast, and Sal is encouraging the shadow beast to get their growl on. Sal is playing some metal riffs, hitting that note Sal couldn't quite get, and the beast is growling and grunting along. Sal is doing a bingo called Support Someone Creatively.
The someone being the giant beast beneath the house.
Giant beast beneath the house.
Been
And
imprisoned by a curse.
Sal looks over his shoulder and says, "Hey, Gertrude, sounds like things are going well in there. Little busy out here," points to horrific shadow beast. "But I know you've got it. I believe in you." And Sal is going to give all 3 of his tokens to Gertrude. You got this. Got this, Gertie.
Thanks. You're doing good work, and the chord, you figured it out. That's it.
You know what? I did. And as Sal says that and strums the chord, we hear like a from the beast.
Gertrude scoops up the like pile of sheets that Sal
Yeah.
rolled down here in, and scoops them up and brings them back up to the laundry room. And she says to Yazeba, as she like shuffles things into the laundry machine, and I'm gonna cash in 5 tokens here. Do you know what Sal's doing?
Slacking off as usual, I imagine.
Maybe you should go see.
And Yazeba looks around at everyone with an all-knowing glance and says before she leaves, Sherry, make sure you do the thing. And then leaves the room.
Not Amanda giving important story points to herself.
Yeah, Amanda giving important story points to herself. We love to see it.
An impeccable handoff.
So, as she leaves the room, and Sherry takes that as a cue to take a discreet bundle that she's keeping kind of secretly to the side here, hidden by her skirts, and she puts it into a machine and chooses a very particular setting. This machine does not seem to be one of the ones that is automated in the laundry room. Ah, this one is Wi-Fi free, you see.
What are you doing?
The laundry, my dear. That's another washing machine. She gets a token.
I think like looking around the laundry room, the biggest problem now is that it's like an absolute chaos, covered in sticky soap here and there, just baskets everywhere, and we're almost through most of the washing, but the laundry room has sort of like definitely taken a beating through this process.
Needs to be tidied.
What are we gonna do about the floor? I think it's dissolving in the soap.
I have a thought, says Yola. And I think Yola's going to do a little bingo. Yola's bingo in this case is piece together what's really going on.
Ooh.
Yola says, there's a little spell you can do that makes everything look a little worse than it does. Look worse than it is. Feel worse than it does. A classic trick of Yazeba's. Don't tell her I told you. Give me just a moment. And Yola takes out her teapot and pours the rest onto the floor.
Right, and of course, as part of that, the nearby washing machine pops open, golden fluid pours out, and a hand emerges with a humble magic wand, a crooked piece of oaken wood, and offers it up to Sherry.
Ah, that's where I left that. Thank you. That's so kind of you, Viv.
Oh, yeah. I guess I meant to give it to Yola.
I think we all know where it was going. To Sherry.
Obviously.
Sherry says, back in the day, I used to be a very powerful mage. I ruled so many vampires by ensorceling their minds and making them do my bidding. Let's see if I still got it. And she moves the wand around, and suddenly something seems to happen. Yes. And the room appears to tidy itself up right before our eyes. It's like the baskets that were in a disarray, they're all there, but they're actually pretty neatly stacked. And although they initially looked to be of different makes and different styles, you now see they're actually all uniform. The room actually looks not just more tidy, but a lot more mundane.
I don't get it. Why was it like this? Who did this?
Now, Sal says, wandering into the room. Doesn't matter who did anything. What matters is everything's taken care of. And every single one of you did a great job. But it doesn't matter who did what, Sal says, tossing sullied, trying to be quite subtle, tossing a sullied pair of underpants into the washing machine. Doesn't matter who did what, everything's taken care of. Nobody got really scared by a big scary monster, and it's all sorted.
And it's at that moment that Sherry, you notice, has flitted across the room in her bat form and seems to be taking something out of the non-automated machine that she was using earlier. Oh, yes. No one got scared and we all survived. And she hangs, she takes something specifically out of the machine and puts it in her pocket.
I think it's at this point that we hear a familiar sort of metal clanging of footsteps as Amelie crests the stairs and turns towards the laundry room. And they look upon the scene, and you hear a little like a processing whirring sound, little beeps and boops, and then Emily says, "No mess detected." Turns around and leaves.
Viv brushes herself off. Does anyone want to play volleyball? I've been studying. I think I know the rules. Okay, I'll play by myself. And Viv is gonna slide out of the room with her long hair trailing behind her.
Does she have a volleyball with her?
No.
I think Sal just glances at his watch a little too late and says, "I could have gone for some volleyball. Still got a little time left before the show starts." But that might be all from Sal. Is there anything else we want to see before we call it quits on this one?
For the audience's benefit, we have filled up the last part of the washing machine there with Sherry's magic spell and that final flip. And so we have filled up the entire track, which means Gertrude narrates how the chapter ends, and the bed and breakfast gets an unmatched sock. So if I may...
You may.
Gertrude hangs around as the last people leave the laundry room. Our old ladies heading off for yet another round of tea, as their tea was quite disturbed over this entire afternoon. And Gertrude keeps pretending she just got one more thing to put away until the last person has left. And she sits up on top of her favorite washing machine, the one that's warm at night and nice to curl up on. And she wraps Sherry's cloak tight around her. It does get drafty in here. A cloak's exactly what she needed. And she curls up on the laundry machine. She looks around. It's hard to know what this was all about. A beast, a magic spell made to make the laundry room look unclean. But she can only kind of focus on one thing as she looks around the laundry room, now pristine, perfectly clean, a beautiful, homey space. And she thinks about the way Yazeba looked at her in the eyes and made her feel welcome. Maybe I do belong here. And she curls up and goes to sleep.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, folks, that is our chapter, which means it's time to do a little bit of closing. A little bit of closing.
Can I add
Amanda?
a little scene
Oh, yeah. A little coda?
that a little coda, if I may, involving the unmatched sock. Is that all right?
Oh, yes. The cursed sock?
Yes. So the sock, which was once black, now seems to be covered in spots and no longer matches the other cursed sock that we have in the house. Sherry, later on that evening, after the concert has happened, passes this sock to Yazeba. She doesn't say anything, but she has a knowing look on her face. And Yazeba says, well, it's too bad that beast got away. Seems that Sal inspired him to go off and start his own metal career. But now that I have this sock, and now that it doesn't even match my other one, the things I could do.
Amazing.
Well.
Amazing. All right. Now for a little bit of closing. That was not my joke.
At the end of any given chapter, there are two things that must be done. Thing number one, we have leftovers. Leftovers are any kind of resources that we have spare. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leftover coins, which can be put towards any tracks that don't specify what needs to be done to fill things in them. Preferably people who perhaps have a reason to get them this chapter. So, what shall it be? I guess we should resolve Gertrude first. Gertrude has a journey called Finding My Place. Bed and breakfast is strange and loud, and I don't really have a place here, but maybe it's a safe place to crash for a while. Gertrude must cross things off as they happen to her. I think
Yeah. What do you think?
some of that did happen. Gertrude, Anthony, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, some of the options here include someone takes me under their wing. Kind of happened. Kind of happened multiple times. Yazeba,
Yeah.
Sherry, both looking out for me. Yazeba
For sure.
acknowledges my efforts. Also seems kind of like it happened.
I think so. Don't be shy. Check them off if
Check
you
'em
think
off?
they happened. Gertrude can always get more journeys. All
Okay.
of us can.
Yeah, I think those are the ones that are the most relevant here. Arguably, I have a job to do at the B&B, but I'm not sure. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see how that ekes out.
Okay, amazing. So we did that.
Cool.
Yeah, nice. So we don't need to use our extras or leftovers on Gertrude, which was like the only thing I was going to suggest was that this seems important to push Gertrude forward following
But
this.
it was by Gertrude's own journey.
So where are we going to put them? Does any of your characters need some progress based on what's happened today?
We have like 8 coins left, I think.
We do.
More toward the biker, Lummox says. Yeah, that's a good point.
We should, yeah. Well, so we'll throw two, let's say two of them towards the biker like last
I like
time.
that. Yeah,
In
yeah.
case anyone wasn't here last time, which I imagine many of you weren't, a roving biker is unlocked as a new character when we fill up a certain track. So that's fun.
So 2 there.
And that leaves us 6 left.
Well, I feel like how many characters did we have in this?
Well, there's Sherry, there's Yola.
Well, Yazeba
Oh,
doesn't.
never mind. Sherry doesn't get anything.
Oh.
Well, no, she could, but it won't do anything.
Yazeba doesn't need any of them either. Hers are more based on like what happens.
Yeah.
So who do we have that could actually like use them?
I would say Viv and Yola are the big ones. Sal could, but I don't think Sal earned anything in
No.
that chapter. Sal
Yeah.
didn't earn a thing.
Shall we split
Sherry-
them between Yeah, go ahead.
Sherry could also use them, but I don't know if they're really relevant.
Not at this time, I
Not
would
at this
say.
time, I would say for her. So why don't we do 2 to Viv and 2 to Yola?
I like it.
Great. Yeah, yeah.
And we
Sure
got
thought.
2
And
left over.
then do we want to put anything into the shelves? Because those are also things, right?
Ah, that's separate, and we will do it in just a moment. Let's use up our
Mm.
leftovers
Okay.
first. And then
What
we've
about
got
the
shelf things.
bunnies? They
The
came in.
bunnies, they did
Yeah, the
come in, didn't they?
rabbits.
Who wear
They
little outfits.
and they kind of saved us, like at a
Sure, we'll
nice
give
time.
them one, and then I'll give Yola one more, just because I thought that was fun for her.
Nice.
Yeah,
She did some plucky stuff.
I agree.
So that is all 8 of our tokens. None of the tracks have been filled, but there have been approaches made. So we have 2 things left. And those are 2 stickers. One sticker we got last time and one sticker we got this time.
Cool.
They were both square stickers, which means they're not rare. They're normal ass stickers.
Aww.
Ooh,
However,
okay.
normal stickers are enough to get us some good shit. I would direct anyone of
Oh, can we get the hot tub? Oh no, that's the tracks, right? For the hot tub.
why do we want the hot tub so much? Yes,
I
it
don't
is the
know.
track. It's
It'd be
the track under
fun.
the biker.
And who
I don't know
doesn't
why
want a
I
hot
yelled.
tub?
Hot tubs are great. But shelves are even cooler than tracks because you usually just need one nice thing to do something cool. You could look at the second tab on the tracks and shelves sheet, or if you would prefer to look at something that is stunningly beautiful, you could
I
turn to
would.
page
What page is that in our book?
150, I believe.
150. What?
150 to see the shelves. Folks, shelves are, it's just a book of stickers with sticker spots in different shapes. There's square stickers and there's round stickers. And if a sticker spot says, get this thing, then you get that thing.
Ooh. So
There's one that lets you
for the
unlock Lost in a Corn Maze. Sounds cool.
There's like 8 different little sticker books, as it were, and they each represent different parts of the house, folks. There's the front desk. There's the utility closet. There's the pantry. There's the floor of
well,
Sal's station wagon.
I will say based on this chapter, it does feel like the utility closet might be thematically appropriate.
Okay.
That's true.
What do we have there?
Interestingly, it's Amelie's domain, who
Hmm.
was both present in job and not present at all in characterization.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean that we can't do a little dabbling in it. Some of these are sideways.
There's also Yazeba's study is interesting to me.
Ooh, yeah. I feel good about the study. Is there a Gertrude adjacent thingamabobber?
Mm.
Good question.
Now, I should
Gertrude's
say
backpack and
Gertrude's
Gertrude's bookcase, but we have to unlock
we
that when
haven't unlocked the
Gertrude
bookcase.
gets advanced, when she levels up, basically.
Yeah.
But we could
Yeah.
do her backpack. We
All
could
of
maybe
these
do
are
something in
fucking
her
cool.
backpack and something in like Yazeba's study. Because I think we have enough for that.
We only have 2,
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
right?
We only have 2.
Or do we
Be-
have to, do you have to fill the first thing and then you could unlock the other things that are in the
Almost
dotted
all of them
lines?
have one like set of 2 or
This
more.
first and then this.
Yeah. So
Got you.
Yazeba's study, for example, has a string of 3 that need to go
Yeah.
first.
Well, we could unlock the backpack one. We
Yeah,
could
we
also
have 2
unlock
for the
the
backpack.
front desk one because that one's 2 as well.
Where's the backpack?
It's
I'm
page
scrolling.
170.
Thank you. Ah, yes, there it is. And then we'll get chapter 2, the night market, unlocked. Now I will
Although
note,
weirdly on the shelves on the sheet it shows 3, but I think it's actually only 2.
yeah, if it's 2 in the book, it's 2.
Okay.
It's 2.
Okay.
Yeah. It might have changed also since.
Depending on, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this was a pretty early construction.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Gosh, this is cool. I am down for Gertrude's backpack because it was a big moment for Gertrude today.
And the last one was
I-
big for Gertrude too, so it kind of feels thematic. But what were you gonna say? What's the end of your thought, Kurt?
I guess the only asterisk is that it unlocks a new chapter, not a new character. And that's not bad. That's not wrong.
Hmm.
That's still very cool and good. But if you wanted a new Blorbo to play around with, I think our only
Well,
option for that is
it's
front
front
desk.
desk. Then we get Muckleby.
I don't know who Muckleby is, but
I
that's who we would get.
don't know. I don't know. Chat, what do you guys think? Should we go for a character and unlock Muckleby and put it at the front desk? Or do you think maybe we should do Gertrude's backpack and then we can get the night market? With the utility closet, we need 3, but once we fill that up, we get the chapter Shovels at Dawn. And with Yazeba's study, when we fill up the 3, we get the remodeled library chapter, which also sounds very interesting.
I'll say for the
There's
front
some good
desk, but
things.
it does seem like it unlocks a lot of new characters once we get past Muckleby.
Yeah, then we can start unlocking like all these other characters. I guess that makes sense for the front desk because that's like where people would like check in. So
Lumix votes more
Oh,
characters right now.
duh.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Oh
I
my
think
God. I
night,
wasn't ready for
wow.
Muckleby.
Roll for Felicity is like both are fun. There's no right or wrong. New chapters can lead to new characters, right? Says Atomic Sorcery. I don't know.
I have no
Can
idea.
they?
I don't know. I mean, ultimately, playing unlocks new stuff. So
I
in a
mean, this
sense,
is, yeah, this is true. And we don't know what we'll get from doing the chapter. So we might get a bunch of stuff that we could spend to get other characters. This is true. Atomic
Muckleby
Sorcery
is
says
not
Night
what I
Market seems
expected.
interesting.
We can,
Absolutely
yeah.
says I do like the thematic element of Gertrude's backpack. I agree
You know
because this was
what?
a pretty Gertrude chapter.
Sorcery, and
Absolutely.
absolutely, aka Sierra.
Lummox says show us Muckleby.
I'm
I don't
trying to
want to
Anthony
find it.
look.
I don't know how to
Anthony
find it.
Muckleby's 208. We're going to not do Muckleby, but I
I don't
do
want to
need you to
look.
see Muckleby. Oh, you don't want to look?
I
Okay.
don't want to look. I don't want to look at anything unless we unlock it.
Okay, then let's do the night market. It's night market time. Chapter 2,
But
we're
you guys
unlocking
can look at
chapter 2.
Muckleby if you want. That's fine. It's your
Everyone
choice.
playing along at home, feel free to look at Muckleby.
I'm gonna show y'all Muckleby real quick.
Okay, yeah, I'll cover my eyes if you want to show chat.
Muckleby. That's all you get.
That's all you get.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Or them? They? She? I don't know.
She.
Muckleby could be anything.
Muckleby's a she.
What is Muckleby?
Muckle she.
Muckle she?
She's me. That's a little
She's
Felicity.
me. Oh no.
I
Okay,
am
so
gonna
night
grab
what did
our
we
little
decide?
stickers and put them
Oh.
on. We're gonna do Gertrude's backpack because it
Okay.
feels thematically. Everybody's right who said Gertrude's backpack. Do I want a something or other called Muckleby? Yes, obviously I do. But thematically, Gertrude earned this.
Yes. I am
You're right.
excited about Night Market. That sounds cool.
So with
Yes.
the stickers, in the book, are they removable? What if you want to play again?
I have a whole second book
Physical
that you
book.
can just fuck up with stickers if you want. But you can also put them in the main book. It's kind of a what's your vibe? What do you want to do?
Oh, so you can get like a secondary book that's like just a
Yes.
sticker
So I
book.
was a precious little baby who didn't want to put stickers in real book, even though I learned my lesson from Tim Hutchings, who made me do an RPG where I have to scribble actual drawings into the most beautifully bound book I've ever seen. I understand, Tim. I learned the lesson, but I'm not ready for it everywhere. My track's not finished. So
So should we remove one of these boxes that's on the sheets?
I'm actually going to grab our
Or are
real
we just all gonna fill
tokens
them in?
that we
Oh.
got and paste the image in because that's fun.
Whoa.
Oh.
Because we got little tokens, right?
Uh-huh,
Little tokes. Puff, puff. Puff, puff, stick.
Puff for that cigar.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. What did we get from Sal's? We got a dandelion bouquet.
Sorcery says if you get someone's used book, you get their unlocks. That would be great. Them are the hacks. This is the RPG hacks. The
Yeah,
Yazeba, the
min
Yazeba's
maxing.
Min-maxing Yazebas.
Zabe's bed and max. Max.
Ben
Nope.
and
Can't make it
Ben.
work. Can't make it work.
I
Hacks
can't
and
wait
Max.
for Night Market, guys.
Maybe we'll play it next time, folks.
Also,
We
I
earned
saw in the backyard there's a track that gets you the moon prints, and I really want that.
I also would like that ever since the Moon Prince was alluded to in the previous chapter by myself because I really like the Moon
By
Prince.
myself.
Moon Prince was watching the play.
Yeah.
For those of you that were there, that
From
maybe
afar
remember.
or something.
There was a little glint out the window. We don't know what it was,
That's
but I
right.
think it was
That's
the
just
Moon
the gleam
Prince.
in my eye when I think about Yazeba's bed and breakfast. It's just the song in my heart when I think about Yazeba's bed and breakfast. I don't know if you knew this, but there are some chapters in here that aren't unlocked or listed. You just have to find them when you read through the book. There's a chapter we technically have access to called Chapter Half. It's there. It's there.
I did notice that as I was trying to find Muckleby, that there was an entire thing that was not supposed to be there and took up several pages and was not numbered in any way. So there does seem to be some things in the book.
Yes. In fact, well, I'll just show you. I don't think anyone will mind if I show you. It's a secret, but not in a way that we'll get in trouble.
Okay. Okay.
We open the book. And I open the dust cover. Within the dust cover, we have.
Is it an event? Is it a chapter?
So weirdly, I think it's technically a character, but it's the house.
Oh my!
It's the house. So do we have this character? Yes, but only because I looked at that on a whim, trying to check the cover.
Please someday play as that character.
I'll add it to our sheet now that I've shown it. Now that I've shown it on stream, I'll add it to the sheet. That's the rules.
Wow, that's cool.
That's the rules, baby.
Dang,
this is a good secret. I didn't know about that.
It was just for you guys.
Also, if y'all want to support the stream, we need to create a Streamlabs tip page for us. If you want to support the stream so we can all buy this book, you can.
Just don't pay me, basically.
Well, if you tip all of us, it will go towards, first of all, covering our costs, because Anthony pays for Streamlabs right now, because I have my Streamlabs is connected to my channel, and so Anthony got it for this channel. But then it will go towards snacks and getting us more RPGs. Those are our goals in life.
Wait, what do you mean it goes towards snacks?
We can get snacks.
We'll buy snacks.
It'll be a snack fund.
I see. Gotcha. I don't know why
we'll split up the funds and you can use them to buy snacks. Or, not snacks if you don't want. I mean, whatever you want. But
every day before we start playing, Kurt's like,
I
wish I had snacks, but I can't afford them.
I can't afford snacks.
One day we'll fix that.
No, but you could have more funds for more snacks. I mean, for me, it would probably just be like, oh, finally I can have snacks, because I do live a pauper's life a little bit, but not too much. I can afford snacks, but I could always have more money for snacks, is what I'm saying.
I do love the pitch of support the stream. I lead a pauper's life.
But not too much. I can buy snacks.
But not too much. No, I mean, I can get snacks.
But I can't buy snacks.
Not really, I guess. More I live a life where all of the money that I make pretty much goes back into making content. So I spend a lot of money on stuff.
I think that's it. I think we've done it.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's time for us all to go home to our little beds, our own beds and breakfasts.
It's true. Well, Amanda doesn't have a bed. She sleeps in the corner of a chimney because she leads a pauper's life. Tomorrow she'll wake up and have her porridge.
Please support the stream.
I was just gifted a new mattress.
That is true.
You can
not by a viewer.
Not by a viewer, no, just by a friend. But I did have a mattress before that, if you were worried.
Would it be a weirdly intimate thing to get a mattress? I feel like maybe.
People have bought me the foundation for my bed, but not a mattress. I've never asked.
Pretty close.
I've never asked for that. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. And sheets, bed sheets. Akron just got me a bed sheets over on the throne. So,
okay.
Yes, you could send snacks to the PO box. People have done this, and that is appreciated. You could also just send me snacks. Cut out the middleman. Cut out the money. Just send snacks. I love snacks. You don't have to send me anything, but if you would like to tip to cover the Streamlabs cost, then that would be appreciated.
Let's see how much longer she can keep talking about this.
Even though Anthony said that it's worth it for a hobby that he enjoys and that brings him joy. And I was like, yes, but Streamlabs is expensive.
Well, through that whole
But
thing,
that's just me. I lead a poppers. Me
Okay.
in my first world country leading a pauper's life.
I like that chat through this whole thing has been like, okay, bye guys.
Bye. You guys
Okay, bye.
done talking about
Please
snacks?
stop talking about mattresses and snacks. You said you were done.
Okay, I think
All
that's
right.
it for us, though. So thank you so much for joining us today again with Lies You'll Enjoy. We will be back this week with another chapter of Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. Maybe the one we just unlocked. We'll see.
Maybe.
Night market.
Should we raid into a can we raid? Is that possible?
I don't know.
I
How do we
don't know.
know?
I'm just wondering if we could find another like tabletop RPG stream and like raid into a random one because I feel like that could be cute.
True. Good night, Sierra. Good night, Taylor. Good night, Rapala.
Thanks so much,
night,
everyone, for
Daniel.
joining us. It was so nice to have you here.
Lummox. Yeah.
An
Yeah, it
absolutely
was.
great crew of people. We're very lucky.
I know. We kept the best people from Amanda's community, and then I brought some different ones. Don't tell the rest of the community I said that. Well, you can tell them. They're not here. They won't believe you.
You can only tell them in this chat.
I don't know. Is there anything here that people like the looks of?
I wish we could raid Roll for Felicity, but obviously can't because
Not
present currently.
Here.
not live, yeah, at this time. Let's see. I mean, a lot of these seem like ones that seem more like, I don't know if they're well known.
Amanda, if we want to hit our 10 p.m. deadline, you got like
I know,
30
I know,
seconds.
I know. Okay, well, a fire already burning, part 3. That sounds dramatic.
Dramatic indeed.
All right,
Yeah.
folks. If you stick around, you're going to burn some fires already. Part 3.
All right. Well, do you guys want to try that? Does that sound good? There's
Hey,
also
click a
like
button if you want to click a button.
okay,
Alright.
all right. I'm gonna click a button. There's also Cyberpunk and Star Trek. Someone's
Nope.
doing Star Trek.
First
No?
one or nothing.
Okay, all right. All right. What did we say? The fire one? It's a
what
part
we
3.
said.
Alt Haven _. Here I go.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining us. Have fun over in Fire Alt Haven World Part 3.
Oh, never mind. They don't allow us to raid.
Well, there
we
you
have
go.
no social capital.
Haha, get wrecked.
Support
Goodbye,
the
everyone.
stream so that we can raid.